One of my favorite queens who have ever come on Look at Her is someone who is never afraid to spill the piping hot tea or throw shade. That's, of course, the one, the only, GIA.
Look at her.
Aww. Were you really smiling with joy when she fell like they showed you on the show?
Girl, of course not. Realistically, I was like, that was more the expression I felt for her.
Right.
Because she poured so much coin into this production. She really wanted to give us this show, which it very much so was a show. It just, you know, I was gagged.
And they wanted to show, they didn't show the take that where she didn't fall.
Right.
They used the take where she did fall.
And honey, please believe, she was like, are they gonna show that? And they're like, oh, don't worry, honey. And I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, baby, they're probably gonna add sound effects, make you do it once, twice, 3, 4 times, and again. They might even show the stage breaking in half. I don't know. But realistically, you're falling on national television, so just get ready. But no, I adore her. She's a great person. And
have you guys had the chance to really clear it up?
We have.
Like your one time, like where you came in the middle of the talking, we all know that didn't quite do it.
No, we have. Hands down. On Watch What Happens Live, Andy Cohen, you know, I knew she was going to be there. And we hadn't really spoken. She unfollowed me on Instagram. And you know, as millennials.
Yes, sweetie. That's a statement.
When somebody unfollows you, baby, the dark cloud has came over. Which means shit's getting not only gaggy, but it's getting real. And so I said, okay, unfollow as well. And, you know, then I saw her there. And she actually really surprised me. She was very mature, and she came up to me after the episode. You know, we didn't say anything to each other the whole time, but at the end of it all, she goes, Gia, come over here. I want to talk to you.
Oh.
And, you know, I closed the door, and she goes, you know, I just want you to know, like, living the whole experience, like, I hated you. And I hated what you did to me, and blah, blah, blah. She goes, but I see what you did there. And I was living for it. It made such good TV. Like, you know, I don't understand why you were continuously talking shit about me in the interviews, even after All Stars, which is another thing I would like to say, you know, yeah, why did I need to continue the shade even after the show was done? You know, why couldn't I do the billboards and do the, you know, this and that without having to be that person? I honestly think I just felt so bitter after the experience, and I really didn't have another narrative yet, and that was it. Again, starving for attention, wanting to be, you know, fearful of being lackluster, and just not being that shady bitch that, you know, my character involves but is not fully embodying. I don't know, it's weird because it's like, well, if this is who you are, why aren't you just showing that person all the time? And it's like, well, honey, I'm real, she's human. Drag sometimes is confusing for me. Put me in a different setting where we're not talking about drag or drag race or shady things. And guess what? I'm a different person. Different topics, different things, different feelings, different expressions. And we did. She goes, you know, I just want to move forward, and, you know, I want to nip this in the bud. And yeah, you know, I get it. Like, I'm sorry, and I've learned from my mistakes, but I think what's most important is what exists between you and I, which I think is a sense of mutual respect.
Good, I'm glad to hear it.